Randy Shaver.
There's no chance we can ever be together?
Only if you could promise me you'll never die.
You know I can't promise that.
If you did that, I would make love to you right now.
I promise. I will never die.
Randy Shaver on the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
All right, here we go. Hello, Randy.
Hello.
To you, by the way. And then let's also welcome our very special guests who are live in the studio. It's the very funny Cheech and Chong. Good morning, fellers.
That's Ching and Chang.
Hey, good morning. Good morning. Good
Yes.
morning.
You know, I guess this is one of the coolest things I've ever seen. We're looking at Cheech and Chong paging through the X-Girl calendars right here.
I told I said, you know, maybe this will help break the tension. I'm sure you're probably nervous talking to the great Randy Shaver and everything.
Yeah.
These girls look like the Jesse James dating service. Jesus.
We also have Chris Cluey in studio from the Minnesota Vikings.
Hey, the Vikings. All right.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah, he
job.
wanted to come in here and see you guys.
Yeah, big fan. Big fan.
Really?
Keep him away.
Hey.
Keep them away from us.
That's why they have the painted glass between us.
Right, exactly.
Vikings came close.
Yeah,
we
pretty
sure
close.
did. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You guys follow football?
Yeah.
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 Did you play back in the day?
No, we were the drug test. We'd go to camp. If they knew who we were, they'd test them. We did. Remember the Dolphins? When they had the winning season?
Yeah.
You remember when there?
Marino was quarterback? Yeah.
Yeah, they all came over. Shula didn't know who we were.
Yeah.
And everybody else, hey, there's Cheech and Chong.
That made the coaching staff a little nervous. Huh?
Yeah, there you go.
So, who was your team then? Who do you guys follow primarily?
I don't follow anybody anymore because we don't. LA doesn't have a team anymore. It used to be the Raiders, and then they went back to Oakland.
I like the Vikings because Joe Cap.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Joe
The
Cap is
Vikings
in.
might soon be your team out there in LA.
Yeah, we might be there.
We don't use those
If
guys.
we don't build them a stadium, they're moving. Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
that'd
you
be
know,
great.
that's what you gotta
love
do.
The Vikes. I love Joe Cap was an old buddy of mine
Oh, really?
from Calgary actually.
Oh, yeah.
He played in Calgary before he came down here, but and he's a Mexican, so there's another.
Yeah, there you go.
I like
They
Mexicans.
got them all over, you know.
Sure.
Secret Mexicans.
Yeah, I'm kind of addicted to Mexicans. You know, they good luck charms.
Did you find a favorite in the calendar, Cheech?
Well, I was initially going for this Christina, but I'm thinking the cover girl here.
Oh, sure. I told you. I told you she's lights up.
You know,
Did she remind you of anybody from back in the day?
Yeah. I think she was Miss Minneapolis. Wasn't
Yeah,
she?
sure.
No, she was the daughter of Miss Minneapolis. We should mention before we get too carried away that you guys are playing tonight at the State Theater.
At the State Theater, yes, we are.
If people are interested in going out to check out the show.
Live,
There's
in
still
person, your
some
last
seats
chance.
left too. I think.
Are there? They're burning
Yeah,
up.
that's why we're here.
Oh, yeah.
That's the only reason why you're here. Sold out to come see us. I doubt it.
Right. But we're racking Z's right now.
Exactly. When did you guys get in?
Last night.
Oh, okay. Cool.
From L.A.
Did you go down and eat at the restaurant?
No, I ate a candy bar and I went to bed.
Oh, did you?
Healthy.
We brought something for you.
You did
Oh,
pizza?
We heard that you wanted pizza.
Oh, there you go.
So there you go.
I don't know if I bitched enough, I'd get a pizza. Let me get a pizza.
What kind of pizza did you get there?
It's hot.
Why do we find pizza at 7:45 in the morning?
The gas station.
Jesus, gas station.
Yeah, somebody threw it
Oh,
away.
he's eating it.
There we
Oh,
go. We're enjoying gas station pizza and looking at our half-naked ex-girls.
Oh, is it no good or is it crazy hot?
Baby.
Not good.
Bugs in it.
Is it good?
No.
You don't have to eat it.
Might catch something from that.
Oh boy.
So how is the tour going other than the pizza?
Oh,
Right.
it's going good. Yeah, we're having a really good time.
We're getting the tour's called Get It Legal, and California's got it on the ballot, so
You know, I heard
California's
about
on
that.
the
it's
ballot.
working.
Yeah.
It's all because of Cheech and Chong.
Congratulations.
Oh, absolutely.
Thank
If
you.
you're, I'm telling you, political influence reaches far and
It
wide.
does. Yeah.
We're only interested in getting legal so then you can buy Cheech and Chong brand marijuana. Try Cheech and Chong 100 Lights Menthol.
Right. There's a master plan
Now,
here.
do you guys go as far as to talk to politicians or anything? You just kind of do your comedy?
All the time.
Well, I know Arnold very well from
right.
from the gym days. You know, when he used to work out.
Right.
When they used to do
I-
bongs together.
I see him at breakfast every once in a while. We go to the same restaurant, And the first time, I hadn't seen him for years, and he used to look at me. He'd remember me, but not really. You know, he'd be too busy looking at my wife. And finally, I was on TV, and I outed him.
No,
you know, they said, "What famous guy did you get high with?" And I said, "Arnold," and it hit. Hit TM,
all the media,
TMZ.
Right. Sure, right.
And then right after that, and then they asked Arnold. Arnold said, "Yeah, we knew how to enjoy ourselves back then."
Yeah.
And then I saw him again, and he come over, big hug, and how you doing, man? Good. Thanks for getting me back.
He remembers you now.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Well, it seems like these days, especially celebrities, are very public about their political views. Do you guys have any big celebs that are backing you in your process?
Only politicians.
Only politicians. That
Politicians love
surprises
us.
me. That really surprises me, actually, with the more openness about marijuana.
I'll tell you what, here's a good story. My wife and I were visiting up in Sacramento. We were doing something. I know one of we met Arnold before because we used to hang on because it was a musclehead.
Right.
But I knew one of his aides, this girl Bonnie, who was his right hand man.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we're in Sacramento. She's just call her up every time. So we call her up. Hey, come on up to the office. Blah 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 blah. Arnold will be here in just a minute. No. We're sitting there waiting, and we're taking pictures, lying on his desk, smoking a joint. With a great seal of California in the background. And so finally he goes, gee, it's good to see you. Yeah, well, what can I do for you? And so we just thought we'd say hi and take some pictures. My wife and you, I'll take her. And so we're talking to friends. Just he says, wait a minute, I've got some persons you have to see. And so he goes in the next room. He comes back. He says, "Come here. I want you to meet these guys." And you go in the room, and it's every guy in the National Guard, every head of the National Guard. They're having this big meeting because I don't know what something was breaking. And they had the head of the National Guard. And they all wanted to take pictures with Cheech and Chong. All these camouflage guys, yeah.
That's great.
But they didn't look like Taylor. Ooh.
Back to the calendar. Well, I'll tell you, just kind of to re-jog my memory over your career, especially the early years, just reading some of the things, I just looked at this and it just makes me smile. Some of your classic bits or the classic lines of, "Dave's not here."
He's not?
Just seeing that makes me laugh. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, well, it was the first bit we ever did was Dave's Not Here. It was an accident. We were rehearsing our first album ever, and we were in a little mix-down room, and Cheech got locked out into this hot little courtyard. The sun was beating on him. It was pretty hot. And I was in this air-conditioned room, studio, and he kept knocking on the door, and I kept going, "Who is it?" I wouldn't let him in.
You're just messing around.
I was supposed to open the door and let him in. So when he first knocked on it, and I said, "Who is it?" He goes, "It's me, man. Let me in. I got the stuff." And then I never did anything. I was looking to see if we were recording it, And because no one was talking, the needle wasn't moving, so I just stared at it for a while. And then all of a sudden he knocked again, and I go, "Who is it?" And then he got mad. He goes, "It's me, man."
So I made up a name.
And then I finally, I wanted to see how long I could keep him out there. I just tortured him. And when I finally opened the door, he was mad. He kept just throwing things around. "It was hot out there, man. I could have died." And I said, "Hey, listen to this." And I played it back.
It was funny.
And we laughed.
We just laughed till
for an hour.
Yeah, right.
An hour. We played it over and over and over again.
What year was that? I mean, that was 71.
1066.
Good God.
71, yep.
Wow.
That's amazing.